I was shooting too straight. Remember ban for literally no reason?
There's nothing wrong with me cheating. What is wrong with me cheating?
Alright, callofshame is a scumbag. Like, there's no two ways about it. Like, the man is a scumbag.
Amen, callofshames. Amen. What percentage of extremers do you think do cheat?
0.
During my investigation, I came across a website which is absolutely ridiculous and designed with one thing in mind. It actually allows people to see multiple screens at once, to see locations and what they are doing. I wonder how many of these streamers have been using this in tournaments. But could this streamer be aware of this website? You bet, I caught him using it during a watch party of the NA Finals. This proves he knew about this website, but also many of the viewers in his chat were also using it and relaying crucial information back to him.
We can still win it though. Can someone just check how?
Yeah. The Vortex on right.
I don't want to check.
I want to know.
Do you want me to tell you?
We're not meant to check.
Don't chat. I just got info in my chat and people have been spamming it.
I mean, you can see what your chat says.
I mean, it just said a minute ago. It said that one was alive. So I don't know. There might be chalk. I don't know.
What do I need to get?
Savvy's team only has 6 kills, but apparently 2. I think 2 of them are alive.
Okay, good.
So that's kind of looking. You know, we've got 10 kills and you're alive.
Bro, a king, bro.
No.
I say you do it.
Do it. Fuck it.
Your squad mate has been designated the most wanted target. Protect them at all costs.
They were informing the streamer which streamers are dead and who is alive.
We need top 20s 1.4. All right, that's 14 points. No. You stay.
Old fish. Can you get
Yeah,
shot
no. There's only one entrance. That's why I don't think they'll push.
However, a number of people in the Twitch chat were unhappy that Lennon opened web pages to get information, noting the reflection on his glasses. Looking back at the other games, each glance to his right is very questionable, yet still circumstantial. I am not happy. We keep seeing reflections on his glasses when he should be looking at a dark screen.
There's no way they will push me. They will wait for me, but they won't push me.
That'll be the longest time I ever did. Is there nothing you can open down there, no?
No, I'm not gonna try that because if they know, they're gonna push me. This
How
is
many?
on the end.
It's 18 kills, apparently. So how many were they behind? How many were they behind?
We're 10 up. 10 up from the chat. Someone says 10 up.
He has valuable information, which does not concern me if he shuts up. However, he later returned to the game after the most wanted contract was secured, and it's reasonable to question this from the information provided.
I feel like I'm gonna get a fucking heart attack when someone puts me on the recording.
A long time, this bro.
This is the longest time in your life.
As I investigated this further, I found many tournament organizers actually banned Twitch chat. Streamers should not be getting information about who is alive and who is not, which teams have lost key players, and who is rotating. I recently accused Team Jukeyz of breaching the rules when Lennon was actively pulling up streams of other players to gain information. He attempted to reveal the position of the player Vortex and was told to stop by some of his viewers in his Twitch chat. Even his viewers were also passing crucial information back. Then, his teammate makes a terrible call to claim it's fine to relay information back if it came from his viewers.
I just got info in my chat and people have been spamming it.
I mean, you can see what your chat says.
This is not correct. The viewers are also running multiple Twitch screens, gathering game-changing information, passing it back to the streamer, who can then use this to gain an unfair advantage. I demanded action taken against this team. I believe the information I provided was accurate and extremely strong. I made the argument that this streamer was constantly glancing at different screens, viewing the Call of Duty live stream to view the advanced minimap, checking other streams, and using information from the Twitch chat to gain an advantage. Game Battles, representing the World Series of Warzone, viewed my evidence and agreed this was cheating. The team was then stripped of the prize money and deducted points. One thing is clear, the organizers are taking a huge stance on cheating. I was annoyed. Nobody was even talking about this. Nobody even attempted to report on it. But then, all that changed.
I had this idea for a show. Different women, different points of view. Maybe a little too different. We call it The View.
And here is your host, Repulse.
Let's get into what everybody in the chat, everybody here is waiting for. So right here we have Mr. Jukeyz tweeted out, the craziest shit has just happened and I am fucking lost for words. Just put it this way, got our first place taken away and have went down to second place yesterday. Wow. See, okay, look. He just said, I got info in my chat. They've been spamming it. I don't know why. For some reason, I have the volume literally all the way up and it's not turning up. But I want to know what y'all's opinions on this. Look, this is called metagaming, right? The chat was giving them info on how they needed to play in this situation. I completely understand that on LAN, this ain't gonna be a thing. I mean, boys, what's y'all's thoughts? I feel like this is in the gray area.
I don't think it's a problem because, one, he was literally like in the most random spot. He was not like trying to like chow that team or like fight that team or anything. Like he was just asking their kills and stuff to know if they had to have a good game. Like they didn't use that to like go push them or like go try to kill them or anything like that. And on top of it, like he was just reading his chat of things that they were saying. And
yeah, like I don't know, cause here, like I'm gonna roll the audio only. So
I don't think it'll pull up.
Jukeyz pretty much said you can say what your chat says. Like say what your chat's saying. And his chat was saying only one is alive. It's a weird situation, man, because like I mean, me when I was competing, that I was strictly like I told my mods,
you wouldn't even read chat.
Yeah, delete everything. Yeah. If there's anything that gives me a competitive advantage, delete it. But it's like,
well, he was reading chat because they were dead. Like,
yeah,
that's kind of what happened. They were dead, and he was reading chat. One of the teammates was alive. I think he shouldn't have been looking at chat to regardless.
I'll say, like, I think it's like a competitive integrity issue. Now, it wasn't explicitly said that you can't do it. Technically, no, it's not in the rule set. Does everything in the rule set need to be written out? I'm sorry. I think it's common sense. Like, I love Jukeyz. I still think they deserve first place. The proposition that I proposed was the second that they pulled up someone else's stream, you take their current placement and their current kills, and that's it. Because you are getting outside information from another source that is altering your gameplay. I think you need to go in with the information that you have and know that they are this.
He basically lost the last game, right?
As risky as you think that you need to based off that information, not off of information mid-game.
Yeah. Look, I think at the end of the day, I knew a lot of people did that to us. Like back in the day when we were competing, people did that to us. They would bring up the stream, Diaz's team is dead. They're dead. Like you play differently. Do I think that should be a thing? No, in my opinion. It's just you don't read anything. You don't.
Oh, so they just lost their last game then.
They lost their last game. Their last game was put to 0.
And they got 8th.
Do I feel like that made a difference? No. But it sucks because at the end of the day, it kind of like, just because everybody does it doesn't mean it's wrong. It's not wrong. Right? Like,
no, I mean, you see in customs all the time. People would turn off their webcams. Now all of a sudden they're rotating a little bit differently, or there's been a lot of like, what do you call them? Like ad hoc stories or,
I mean,
like personal experience stories where like people have come up with additional information that they shouldn't have had. And, you know, granted, those are little one-off turnies. I think the ideal, anecdotal, thank you. The ideal scenario is you don't have a face cam, you have a setup cam. And your setup shows not only the back of your head, but anywhere that you could be looking within your setup.
Yeah.
Right. And that's not for like walls and for stuff like that. But if I got the main broadcast over on my left and I'm peeping over there, let's say I'm looking at chat. I'm not saying any of this is happening, but if we're going for full competitive integrity,
I agree.
If I'm looking over there at the main broadcast, and main broadcast has the big mini map pulled up that shows where every player is. I don't care if that's 1 minute delayed. because in customs people play slow. 1 minute delay, that's nothing. I can figure out how I'm gonna rotate, what building is free, where should I post up, where's the rotation, like.
I am officially requesting that the live stream showing this permanent UAV to be removed from the final round. The final round is called Last Chance, where some of the losers from the NA and EU finals can battle it out for a chance to attend London. Streamers were using this to make rotations. Even if a delay was applied, it would still be beneficial. I also don't think we need to see the enemy players. Even with a delay, most players remain in the same position for some time. Tournament games are played differently to ranked play. So here are my final thoughts. A camera is needed to be positioned behind the streamer, 1.2 meters away, showing all screens. The Twitch chat must be disabled when actively playing.
We should enforce going forward setup cams, right?
I'm down for that, fraternities.
Yeah, I think that should be like a wide angle of setup cam, and everybody can make that happen. That shouldn't be an issue. Like, right, you shouldn't be playing for 1.2 million if you can't put in the effort to get a wide angle setup cam. It's very easy to do. But besides the point, I don't think anybody is denying the fact that what they did was kind of wrong.
They lost 16 points. So I'm looking at the before and after. They lost 16 points from it, which is essentially the last match where they got 8th place with 10 total kills. And that nets out 16 points.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's like, those are those things where, like, I don't think anybody's denying of what they did. You shouldn't do. I think going forward, everybody should know. You don't do that. Don't read your chat. Don't give your teammates info. Don't do any of that. It's just competitive integrity. We shouldn't do that.
This was the exact reason why I created this channel. It is not to frame streamers or manipulate evidence. It's to present circumstantial evidence and raise the best argument I can. The community expect me to be ready and continue to analyze these games for cheating and corruption and report back to them of my findings.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
UAV online. Tactical nuke ready for launch.
Tactical nuke incoming!